Hey everybody, this is Charles Morgan from Comic Week. It's Friday, December 6th. We're fastly approaching Christmas. And I was just going to share with you some of the cool things that I picked up this week. Of course, every week I go to Alpha Comics. I do our new comic book day video. But what you may not realize is like on Wednesdays, when I get a chance, I like to go to all the different comic book shops in the Central Virginia area. I get a lot of things from Alpha. I get things from other shops like Stories and Velocity Comics down near Virginia Commonwealth University. I sometimes go out to Mechanicsville, go to Third Eye Comics. Sometimes I go down to Midlothian, Richmond Comics. So I have this loop I do, and I try to keep informed of everything that's coming out. And every shop has its own specialty and the things that they're best at. I find Alpha Comics to be a very well-rounded shop, a very wonderful staff. But I like to support everybody in the local area as best as I can. So anyway, I want to show you what I got and some great deals and some things I'm reading. Excuse me. So one of the coolest things I got this week is this Ron Lim 1 in 50 variant of Immortal Hulk number 25. This has been selling on eBay anywhere from, I'd say, $30 to $50. This is a super nice version. I put it in my 4mm Mylar bag, and I only paid $20 for it. So I'm very excited about that pickup. It's a really cool comic. Of course, this week we talked about Copra. I got Copra number 3. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read 1, 2, and 3 today. I've been reading some other stuff, so I'm a little bit behind. I was able to land this. This is the 1 in 10 retailer variant of Usagi Yojimbo. I didn't see any retailer in the Richmond area last month that had the 1 in 25 variant, which had the wraparound cover with the giant turtle, which I think is amazing. But I did land this, and I got it at cover price from a very nice dealer who held it out for a whole day, didn't charge me extra for it, and allowed every other collector in the Richmond area to have access to it, have a crack at it, but nobody got it after a day, so they let me have it. Then I got this. This is the Strange Skies over East Berlin number 3. I'm a big coin nerd, as you may know, and I like, I collect East Berlin commemorative coins. So I like seeing a story set in East Berlin. Another story set in East Berlin recently was Black Badge. They had an issue that was set in East Berlin. This seems to have a little bit of buzz behind it. Magnificent Miss Marvel number 10. I got the main cover. As you see, I put all my comics in Mylar. I believe in proper storage. I think the polypropylene bags are not good for your comics in the long run. And I think the more you handle something that's this fragile and delicate, the more likely you are to damage it. So I don't like the idea of changing bags out every few years. So I use Mylars from the beginning. I got both covers of Die, number 10. I'll tell you my honest read of this series. Super beautiful art. A very intriguing premise, but I do feel that it, for me, has lost a little bit of steam since its initial very mysterious opening. But I'm going to stick with the series for a while. It doesn't disappoint me. I just don't think it's as exciting as it was in the beginning. That's my hot take. You may disagree. And also, I got Batman number 84. Main cover. So I was looking for some deals. Of course, we're running up the holidays, and for a lot of retailers, the holiday season is a chance for them to get rid of some old stock, get some new customers in. I got I call this a reader copy. It's a little bit damaged here. A copy of Blubber number 5 from Gilbert Hernandez. If you've never seen Blubber, it is, I don't even know if I can show you. I can't even show you anything in here. It is essentially an absurdist pornographic title that is like Love and Rockets weirded out to the extreme. But it's a cool thing. I like supporting the Hernandez brothers. I got this title, this book, a recent reprinting of Alan Moore's Promethea. Promethea is a really cool title that Alan Moore put out for America's Best Comics. This is the first volume. The only thing I feel bad about this, and this is a great presentation, the only thing I feel bad about it is that this is, put out by DC, And I don't think that, I don't like supporting DC working with Alan Moore's stuff based on how sour that relationship turned vis-a-vis The Watchmen. Here's some deals I got. Alpha Comics on Black Friday was selling a lot of back stock hardcover and graphic novels for 75% off. And this is one of, I think, 6 or 7 of the Dark Horse collections of Eerie that they had for sale. This is normally a $50 retail price, and I got every single one of them, and paid, again, only 25% of the cover price. Also, they had this omnibus, very important title. This is ASM. This is the 3rd volume. So this takes you through, let's see, which issue does it start with? I haven't looked at it yet. I think it goes towards the 100th issue. So yes, you're looking at 68 through 104. And it's just beautifully done omnibus. This, again, normally $100, and I paid $25. It's wrapped in its original wrapper and brand new for $25. You can't, that's a lot of comic books for $25, folks. And the last thing, I picked up Mike Zeck's Classic Marvel Stories Artist Edition, published as a collaboration between Marvel and IDW. And if you've never seen these, because I hadn't before, each page is a high-res color scan of the original art of several Punisher stories that have produced. And you get to see the correction lines, and notes, and different things. And just share this page with you. See how cool that is. These run, I think, $150, and which puts them out, I think, of the range of most collectors. There's quite a large series of these, but at 75% off. Just the value that you get of seeing the art in its full size, completely original pages, that were submitted to Marvel for publication, and to experience what the finished product looked like before it became the finished product, to get to understand the process and appreciate just how good Mike Zeck's art was. Is worth the price. 37. I think I paid $37 for that. Again, brand new and wrapped in plastic and everything. So that wraps up what I have bought for this week. Sort of other than the hardbacks, a little bit lighter than I normally go, but that's what we have. What I've been reading the last couple of days has been Tina Horn's Image series, Safe Sex. And I have to admit, I'm a collector. I like Tula Latte's art. I think she's really good. So the first two, the biggest thing for me was that Tula Latte did the covers. I was not a huge, not really a huge fan of it, the internal content. Not that I didn't like the story of the characters or maybe where it was going. It's just I didn't get a feel for the art. But in the last issue, they have a guest artist who took it over, and the art is transformative. The third issue is amazing, and so I decided that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to write an essay about where the series is right now and why this third issue is really cool. If you haven't gotten into the series, I don't know if the third issue is where you're going to want to start, but if you are somebody who likes to have adventurous comics, comics that they're not superhero comics. These are really sort of mature stories. You might want to give Safe Sex a try. It's not for everybody, but I will make the case of why it is quality. At least the third issue is very high quality. And so you can make your own judgments about that. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Also, I'm editing as we talk. I'm editing our next podcast, which I have Bobby Curnow, and we talk about Ghost Tree, which is, I think, one of the best miniseries released in 2019. I wholeheartedly believe 2019 was a great year for comic books. Looking back, you had Pearl, you had Ghost Tree, No One Left to Fight. You had X-Men have an incredible relaunch. You had just a natural whole host of stories that have been great. Savage Dragon has never been better. You know, so there's many things. Daredevil, Immortal Hulk, so many great comic book stories right now in the American marketplace. So anyway, that wraps up this week. What I got. I would love to hear what you got, what you like to read. I don't know everything about comics, and the more we talk, the more you can teach me something. So anyway, that's it for Comic Week. I'll see you next week, guys. Happy reading.